Have you ever asked God for direction and then gotten frustrated because you didn't get an answer? I know I have. I've prayed, and I don't know about you. Maybe you fasted. Maybe you've said, you know what, God, just give me a sign. You just show me what I'm supposed to do next. But nothing seems to happen. I don't know if I'm talking to anybody. Maybe it's not just that God's not speaking. Maybe we're just not accepting the answer. Maybe it's not that God isn't speaking. Maybe we're just not willing to accept the answer. Maybe God's speaking loud and clear. Because here's what I've learned. Sometimes it's not that we're not wanting God's direction. It's that we're wanting God's approval for our direction. See, a lot of times we don't really want God's direction. We want God's approval on the direction that we want to go on. You see, we need to be focused in saying, God, not my will be done, but let your will be done in my life. Although I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, God is with me. Right? It's the fact that if we're asking for direction, if we're wanting God to move in our lives, then we need to move out of the way. You're saying, God, move in my life. Show me that direction. Show me where I'm supposed to go, but you're in the way. You're trying to tell God where you want to go, and God is trying to tell you where you need to go. But you say, I can't hear God, because you're wanting God to listen to you. I'm not hearing from God, Joel. I've fasted, I've prayed, I've done all the things, but still no answer. Is it God, or is it you're just not listening? You're not listening because the answer isn't what you want. God's giving you the direction. It's just not the direction that you want to go in. So you're fighting it. You're fighting reality. You're fighting day to day. And you're saying, I just don't understand. I just can't seem to figure it out. Maybe it's nothing to figure out. Maybe it's right there in front of you the entire time. God isn't loud. He whispers. So that means you have to create silence. You have to be peaceful in your heart, in your mind, creating space for God to be there, creating space for the new things that you say you want in your life. Does your closet have space for the new boyfriend or the new girlfriend? Is there room in your front seat for a passenger? Is your life set up for relationship? How selfish are you? I mean, these are things that when you say God isn't listening to me, God isn't hearing me. Is your life set up where God can enter? Is there room in your life for God? How are you going to enter into the next season of your life? It means everything. Time is ticking for all of us. And what is going to be your North Star? What is going to be your focus? Is it going to be all the horrible things that have ever happened to your life? Is it going to be on a future, on a brighter future, on a better day, on something that you actually want to happen, creating the life of your dreams? But you can only do that by allowing God to work and move in your life. That's the only way that's going to happen. And realizing that, oh my God, I've gotten to where I am, utilizing my own thinking. My best thinking has gotten me right where I am, and I don't want to continue to stay where I am, so I'm going to have to do something different, and that something different will be trusting God. Trusting God's direction for my life, even though I don't see a way. God, let your will be done in my life, not my will. The reason why you can't figure it out is because you keep trying to figure it out. Allow God to lead and guide you. Allow your intuition to move with you. Allow the universe to show you things. Stop trying to force everything in place. It doesn't work that way. Do you notice how hard it is to make it work? To figure it all out? It's pretty stressful, isn't it? Yeah, it is. And it doesn't have to be. Life doesn't have to be stressful. It doesn't. Now, are there stress, things you can't control, life situations? Yeah. But you don't have to be part of the stressful situation. You can be at peace with yourself, at peace with God. But You need direction. You need purpose. And for the longest, I think that God can provide that. I think everything else is a distraction. Everything else is a distance, a distraction from God, from what you're supposed to do, your purpose, your passion, your vision. So my wish and my blessing is that you find God's direction for your life so you can be at peace with those that are around you, your wife, your kids, your children. What's your purpose? What's your passion? What's your vision? Because without that, life's kind of, weird, disappointing, and sad. So make sure you like, you share, you subscribe for more. This has been Fearless Conversations. This is Gerald, and I love you guys so much. Make sure you go on Apple. Make sure you hop on Spotify. Make sure you go with God and have direction for your life. If you don't know what that is, put in the comments the word direction. If you need help finding direction in your life, put the word direction in the comments, and I'll comment with you and I'll send you something special. I'll see you guys.